Trump administration's crackdown on immigration is rapidly expanding, and while Minneapolis has been the epicenter in recent weeks, the administration is surging federal agents into a new operation underway in Maine. The state's governor says the federal government is only sowing intimidation and fear. We've seen the videos showing aggressive tactics by federal ICE agents, and now officers are using sweeping new power to enter homes without a warrant from a judge. The Associated Press has obtained an internal ICE memo that says agents can use force to enter a residence with only a more narrow administrative warrant if they're trying to arrest someone with a final order of removal. It is a move that advocates say collides with Fourth Amendment protections. Meanwhile, in New Mexico, a district attorney and Democratic candidate for governor has a warning for ICE agents. Sam Bregman sent a letter to the ICE field office in his state on Wednesday warning federal agents that they could face charges if they're involved in false imprisonment during their operations in his district. Bregman writes, quote, any ICE agent who, without a signed warrant and without reasonable suspicion of probable cause, detains, confines, or restrains a person in Bernalillo County may be subject to prosecution. Joining me now is that district attorney and Democratic candidate for the New Mexico governor, Sam Bregman. Welcome to The Story Is for the first time.
Thank you.
Why the need to send this letter?
I think unlike most of America out there, we're horrified by what we're seeing by ICE agents. Clearly, they need more training. Clearly, some of their practices are unconstitutional, in my opinion. But I can also tell you, it violates state law. If you don't have a warrant, reasonable suspicion, or probable cause in New Mexico, you don't get to detain somebody. You don't get to restrain them. And I don't care who you are. No one's above the law. I'm the chief law enforcement officer in the county of Bernalillo, city of Albuquerque. I'm going to hold everybody to the same standard. And if they're committing felonies, they're not going to do it without being prosecuted. We're going to prosecute even ICE agents.
So if an ICE agent comes in to your town and starts detaining people, you're going to prosecute them?
I will prosecute them, of course, under the following circumstances. No warrant. That's a bedrock of our judicial system. No warrant, no reasonable suspicion, no probable cause. Therefore, you cannot involuntarily restrain someone, which means you're committing the crime of false imprisonment. I absolutely will prosecute. This nonsense out there has got to stop. This isn't the country I grew up in. This is crazy stuff going on right now.
Have you gotten a response from the administration?
No. From ICE, no.
Have you heard that ICE is coming to New Mexico?
Listen, ICE has some footprint in New Mexico, like they do everywhere. I work with federal law enforcement agencies, state law enforcement agencies every single day. Many of them, as well as me, are horrified by what they're seeing out there. There's a lot of great law enforcement agents out there right now. But what ICE is doing, what we're seeing across the country, is not going to happen in New Mexico.
Do you believe in working with them in the jails and working with them behind bars to turn over people who are criminals who have been convicted?
Listen, I will tell you right now that if someone commits a violent felony in our county, we're going to prosecute them regardless of their legal status. We're going to absolutely do everything we can to hold them accountable. At the same token, ICE agents are going to come in and start committing crimes in our county.
Let's talk about you. You are running for governor of New Mexico.
I am.
You are running in the center, right? You're calling out both folks on the far left and the far right. This is your ad, where you sort of take on the extremes of both parties. What do you see as your lane?
Well, listen, I think extremism, I don't think that's where most New Mexicans are. In fact, I know that's where most New Mexicans are. I'm out on the campaign trail all the time. I hear it from folks. Let's focus on the things that matter for the quality of life of New Mexicans. Let's fix crime. We're first in crime. Let's fix education. We're 50th in education. Healthcare, economic opportunity, affordability, all these important issues. Let's do something about that. Let's focus on that.
You're running against Deb Haaland, who a lot of people will remember as the Interior Secretary for President Biden, and very proud of her Native American heritage. What do you see as the biggest differentiator between the two of you?
That's a great question. I think a lot of New Mexicans are asking that question because, quite frankly, Deb hasn't put out any policies. Nobody really knows where she stands on the various issues. I, on the other hand, have put out 14 policies, 180 pages on our website of policy. People know where I